You've waited for the right time to upgrade your vehicle, and that time is now. During the More to Move You sales event, take advantage of tremendous savings on our award-winning lineup of new Mazdas. Come experience Mazda and see what makes the difference at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda.
Welcome to it, everybody. 9 News Now on a Monday morning, and hello, indeed, to you. Good Monday morning to you.
Take S-O-T only. What does that mean?
Sound on tape.
Sound on tape. S-O-T, sound on tape.
It's a soundbite.
Peeking behind the curtain.
A soundbite, like when you hear somebody,
Right.
it's a sound on tape.
There's no tape anymore. There's not a tape player in this building.
Very old school. Yeah, there is. But
Where?
I have a few.
Exactly.
I've nowhere to play them, though.
Yeah,
I mean, I've
exactly.
got a
No,
bunch
I'm
of
talking
tapes.
about in this building.
Yes, there are tape
There's
machines.
some. Sports.
Yes, and 3/4.
Sports
and
office.
Exactly, and the old DVC Pro tapes, absolutely. They all still exist because we actually have shows and footage that still need to be archived from the 3/4 inch and the beta and the DVC Pro days, and so you have 3/4 inch and beta and DVC Pro decks. Go back to the News Ops building, and for those playing the home game with us right now, you have no idea what we're talking about, and this is a pointless conversation, but education of Johnny Ation is always paramount because he continues to learn. But the News Op room back there, go ahead.
Big
Take a
Rob's
tour.
office.
Yes,
Got it.
that's exactly right.
It's going to be the new podcast, Asian Education.
We try. And actually, you know what? He's getting you in the know when it comes to the driving around. You're going to have the heater on and the window's up right now. How we doing?
Yeah, and I'm also keeping flight aware.
what a mess.
Only one departure out of Baton Rouge has been canceled so far today, and that was already gone. It's 6 o'clock. The Delta to Atlanta was canceled, but the rest of the Atlanta flights out of Baton Rouge were okay. But the staffing shortages continue to mount, problem after problem.
We'll see what they do with the government shutdown. But shutdown or not, we get the cold temps. You told us it was coming last week, so we're able to get ready for it, but here it is.
Yeah, we've shut the heat down.
Yeah,
now we've got the cold, and it is going to be really cold, especially for tonight going into daybreak tomorrow. Let's get a live look outside. We got a beautiful sunrise over False River, courtesy of Our Lady of the Lake Sky 9. But of course, looks can be deceiving. It feels very cold out there this Monday morning, starting things off. We've got 38 degrees, but feels like 33 when you factor in the wind, so definitely bundle up. Yesterday getting a high of 71, below our average of 73, and we're going to be a far cry from that average high over the next couple of days. The freeze watch will go into effect at 9 p.m. tonight through 9 a.m. tomorrow morning for the possibility of our first light freeze of the season, and it does look like we're going to get there. Forecast wind chills for tonight are going to be in the upper 20s to low 30s, and some of us are starting off this morning with wind chills in the upper 20s as well. By the way, we could be in record territory tomorrow morning. Matter of fact, we should be. The forecast low of 30 degrees, the record low 32 set back in 1991, so it definitely looks like that record is up for grabs. Not only the freeze watch, but we also have a red flag warning in effect from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. for the possibility of increased and elevated fire weather. We're going to have dry air, we're going to have breezy conditions, and that with the drought conditions, obviously that's not a good combination, so please refrain from doing any kind of outdoor burning. Meanwhile, nothing on satellite radar. You got to zoom all the way out and get the really big picture. There's the cold front that moved through this weekend. That was the culprit, dropping temperatures all across the nation. And now you see snow showers from Chicago, St. Louis over to Cincinnati. A lot of parts of the United States seeing their first snowflakes over the weekend as well. So this is going to become purely a temperature forecast for us, starting in the 30s, but a high this afternoon of only 53 degrees. So you're going to want to keep that extra layer ready to rock and roll. And then low temperatures tonight going into daybreak tomorrow. The graph wants to take us into the upper 20s. The only good thing I could say about that is we're not going to have windy conditions, so there won't be so much of a wind chill factor. That 30 degrees Tuesday morning puts us in light freeze territory. And again, usually this time of year, we start getting temperatures in this neighborhood. Matter of fact, our average first frost is usually November 10th. Today, November 10th, wouldn't you know it? And then our average first freeze is usually a little bit later in the month. Of course, that varies from winter to winter. Meanwhile, with the temperature getting to light freeze territory tomorrow morning, before you go to bed tonight, on Monday night, you're going to want to take care of 3 of the 4 Ps. Not a pipe wrapper, but I mean, if you want to do it, it certainly wouldn't hurt, and then you'll be ready to go for the remainder of the winter. For today, 53 degrees for a high. As far as we're concerned, that's kind of winter-like. And then down to 30 degrees for tonight, clear, cool, and totally dry. And then for the 7-day forecast, we're not going to stay cold for too long, just through Tuesday. Once we get to Wednesday and beyond, highs return to the 70s, We're going to lock it down there. Monday through Friday looks beautiful, and wouldn't you know it, the next chance of showers and storms looks like it's going to be over the upcoming weekend. 7:07, Johnny A., how are the roads?
Doing pretty good this morning, Jared. We normally see this kind of traffic coming out of Denham on I-12. It's not horrible, just some brake tapping as you get on the interstate right past Juban. But this is what we normally do not see, and that's US 190 coming out of Irwinville toward Port Allen. That is very slow and in some cases stop and go. Great job with our camera work from our DOTD Traffic Watch partners. This is the Irwinville camera. We've got cameras in Irwinville and we have cameras at LA 415, but not that little segment where we see a problem. And they're doing a great job. Kudos, guys, of focusing in on that. You can see some flashing lights. That is US 190 eastbound coming into the Baton Rouge area. So when you get to Irwinville, you're fine. Then past Irwinville, when you get a lot closer to LA 415, you'll start to see some brake lights and a lane closed because of what apparently is a wreck there. So be aware of that. From the 1012 to downtown, you're looking good here in the Baton Rouge area. Slow traffic coming in from the west on 10 eastbound as you make your way on LA 1 up onto the bridge and into the Baton Rouge area on I-10. Traffic and weather and flight delays, we've got them all right here. It's our streaming platform, WAFB 9 News Now. Matt's back next.
.09 your time right now. A few things we're following for you this morning. Something that Johnny's been talking about. We've been talking about the flight issues because of the government shutdown, the FAA putting restrictions on flights. FlightAware right now has continuously updated the delays and the cancellations. And we got about 350 delays, about 400 cancellations. See there, top right of your screen. And Atlanta, and I mean Chicago, some of the biggest hit. Obviously Atlanta, we know we got a lot of things flying into and out of when it comes to Baton Rouge. One of those flights in relation to Baton Rouge Metro already canceled. Johnny's told you about that, so we'll keep you in the know here. But yeah, this continues to be a huge headache for American travelers trying to get to and from where they need to go. We'll follow it. Following this for you as well, a shooting in Baton Rouge. This is North 35th Street Sunday night. Now, according to EMS, one person hurt here, taken to the hospital. Officially, what their condition is this morning, that is still unknown. We are working with and have contacted law enforcement to get you the very latest. In the meantime, if you can help them out, if you know anything about that shooting, go ahead and make a phone call to Crime Stoppers. Want to let you know that there's a conversation going on right now about artificial intelligence. In fact, Bessie, Board of Elementary Secondary Education, they put together a task force about AI, how it's going to work in Louisiana schools, how it's going to impact the educational system, how to make sure that it is kind of done equally in all areas. So that working group is getting together this morning. The idea is to get a plan together and then present it to Bessie. Interesting to see what that working group, that committee comes up with. We'll keep you in the know. Speaking of keeping you in the know, Fortified Roofs, the program here in Louisiana, it's been pretty popular. A lot of folks have taken advantage of this. We're expecting to hear from Insurance Commissioner Tim Temple speaking about the Fortified Homes program a little bit later on today. How it's maybe going to continue into the future, who's going to be eligible for this, what kind of money, what kind of rebate you might be able to get. Again, he's speaking at 11 o'clock this morning. So speaking of your homes, the freeze that's coming our way, getting your home ready. That's Matt Venezia right there, top of your screen, top right, talking with the folks at La Home about making sure that's good to go. On the left side of your screen, it's the plants. It's one of the P's you got to focus on today, the people, the pets, and the plants. That's what you should focus on today going into tomorrow. The pipes, not so much for this freeze, but you know what? We've already said it so many times. Why not get it done now? You'll be ready for the next cold weather as that really shows up, the next freeze when it really does hit. And speaking of, paying the bill when it comes to heating your home, everything that's going on right now with the government shutdown, folks are missing paychecks depending on what you're doing. You're trying to buy food, and it's just a difficult process right now. We've talked with Demco, we've talked with Entergy about their home energy assistance programs. You're seeing the response from Demco, Entergy as well. Find the story at WAFB.com. They have ideas and ways that you can get a hold of them to make sure that maybe you can pay your bills and spread out some of those payments so it's not breaking the bank, so to speak. Want to make sure you know about this as well, a table for all. That's from East Baton Rouge Mayor President Sid Edwards. This is all about making sure that those who need food are able to get to it, talking SNAP benefits. So he has an announcement today that's going to be about a week-long effort to make sure folks get what they need. He's actually having the conversation over there at St. Vincent de Paul. That's when that conversation, the announcement is set to happen. Again, that's about 10:30 this morning. Do you live in Iberville Parish? Well, if you do, parish leaders want to hear from you. It's One Iberville. That's the conversation. So this is master planning initiatives moving forward. We're talking infrastructure investments. We're talking economic development. So this is a great way for you to connect with planners, share your feedback about what you want Iberville Parish to look like. It's the St. Gabriel Community Center from 5:30 to 7:30 this evening. If you're headed out, grab the coat. It's going to be one of those days, actually a couple of those days. It's the wind, I think, is really going to, folks are going to notice that wind.
Yeah, especially when we have a 15 to 20 mile an hour
That'll do
wind
it.
and temperatures in the 30s, that'll make it feel like the 20s. So it's going to feel cold all day, morning and afternoon, even tonight. And tomorrow, guys, going to feel like the 20s right here.
No.
Yeah.
Gee, you ready?
No.
Okay.
We're ready for winter to be over.
Hey, stop. We haven't even
It hasn't even started yet.
haven't even started.
But yeah, you can see the waves on Lake Pontchartrain. Of course, it's
Yeah.
a shallow lake, and it
Yeah.
doesn't take
Yeah,
much
yeah.
to kick those waves up. But
That's true.
Visibility is good.
Right, exactly. Nothing hanging around. And then by the weekend, back to the 70s, maybe a little bit of rain. The weather whiplash, man. It's South Louisiana for you, huh?
Yeah, what's with the rain on the weekends? I feel
come
like
on now.
every single weekend is when we get rain here.
You're
Doesn't
right,
bother
it
me.
is.
I'll be in the suite. Unless you're in Arkansas.
You going to go to the 11 a.m.
I'm
game?
there.
Look at you, kid.
I'm
Little,
there.
little brunch?
A little brunch
Little
and
brunch ball?
the suite, and leave at the halftime. No.
Oh, stop. Email johnnyation@wap.com.
You've waited for the right time to upgrade your vehicle, and that time is now. During the More to Move You sales event, take advantage of tremendous savings on our award-winning lineup of new Mazdas. Come experience Mazda and see what makes the difference at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda.